actually like the idea of playing heavy edit here. It does have those point sensors, which we don't see on a lot of weapons nowadays. So if anything, it'll give them that gift of knowledge, be able to spot out anyone flanking them quickly, and be able to look at the team fights on an individual basis. Just go, hey, you know that guy who's marked right now? Let's go for that guy right now.
Yes, and Splat getting a very clutch Zuka pick there with 2 team members down to keep that checkpoint from falling. As we're just seeing them have to play intense defense here, waiting for the opportunity to try and move forward, but they can't seem to find what they need. And now Park's rushing forward with that Kraken finding 2.
Oh no, this might be it for the members of Yogurt, but able to stall out that Kraken long enough to stay alive. Balloon going to be able to pick up that cooler, has those strikes at the ready, and is just going to use them to stall out this corner here. Does not want to let go, run in before that Rainmaker resets, and it is popped right now, so it, oh wait, no, Trey gets it right at the last second.
Trey does. I don't think that'll slow down Yogurt too much. They've got players ready to help get the pop. Pika going in, not able to get it in time. JJ managing to survive. The Zuka coming out to deal with them, but that's a whole special wasted just on trying to get back into mid.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be an uphill battle. No pun intended, it's humpback, but for them to get back in here, I like this timing of the strikes here. That's going to get them a pop and going to repaint mid into their color for them. Should allow them to get a good team fight here, but I love that tent shield being used to allow that edit, or the heavy to play an aggressive frontliner.
Yeah, I think people kind of forget that Swatlings can be ridiculously aggressive if you give them a little bit of defense. And Tent can do that so exceptionally well, as we now see Parks coming in with the Kraken trying to get Balloon, able to, and now we're seeing Swish take out Pika, and they're going to try and push through that street yet again.
Yeah, I mean, this is looking very scary right now. Swish has already popped that shield, popped that Zuka, took out 2 on that top right. It's just going to be Balloon left to defend this basket, and they have to pop strikes as an emergency effort to get rid of that Rainmaker. Only one of them gets through. Split rolling all the way to the pedestal.
Yeah, if you're Yogurt right now, your goal is just to get that Rainmaker off your street. You might not get it far, but dropping it does so much for you here, unless you're 100% sure that you can defend it. Yeah, having to fend off Trey, and the Rainmaker's still right there within potential grabbing range.
Oh, wow, man, Go close. Not letting anything go. No pun intended once again. They have not gotten out of their base. They're never going, okay, well, we're done with this push for now. We're good. We got it to 4 or 8, but, you know, like, oh, we're good.
You're not safe on Humpback until you've KO'd.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think both of these teams, right now.
Yeah, it seems like Pete is ready to prove that, too. Up in their faces, dodging out at the exact right moments, getting close to that hammer again, probably wanting to try and get it pretty quickly to help clear out that tech shield as much as possible. But JJ on that tri-slosher, cleaning up.
Wow, getting these great picks over side of that hill. It's just going to be one member left on the side of Yogurt, running back into mid. Trey kind of spotting them out, chasing after them. But now we have these torpedoes getting popped. Wow,
that's a good Zuka shot.
I love the yeets coming out from Yogurt today.
Yes.
Oh, man, bro.
Yogurt seems to have Zuka aim completely locked down. Swish does manage to get taken out. That's a huge opportunity for Yogurt to consider starting to try another push. But there is a Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken we do have, and I'm hoping to see, at least for the side of Yogurt, to get this game moving a little further for them, is having these specials when they actually get past this elbow here. Before we had to use it just to even think of the checkpoint, but now that Kraken's going to be able to break through.
The ankles.
Coming out so
close to surviving there. But Parks just had that Kraken moving down. Balloon able to find the pick, but it's just Balloon left, getting cleaned up by Swish.
Bro,
we're going to see another push here, because as long as you're pushing, they can't be.
Yep, I mean, hey, you have 8 on your scoreboard. You can play very comfortably, very aggressively. You're not really feeling threatened that the members of Yogurt are going to be able to get the same push here. So ticking down the clock as much as we can, trying to avoid an overtime situation here. Don't know how much time we have on that Rainmaker counter, but I don't think it's going to matter too much as long. I mean, if they're in that corner, there, even if they go down, it's still
a track.
Inconvenient for them.
It is. Pika going to be trying to get some paint down, going to be trying to help find some picks. Has the hammer. Maybe they're trying to save that for the 10, but Trey's on the flank, able to use it on Trey, able to keep the Rainmaker alive. We are in overtime. Hammer gets thrown. Tent shield is weak, but the Rainmaker is so far back, and there's Zuka.
Oh, this could be it. Oh, wait, we're using that incline. Storm is going to have to avoid it once again. Splat getting taken out. He is now behind. It's just going to be Baloo trying to defend. Kraken Slasher. Kraken getting behind, and Storm just could not avoid that many things getting tossed at him.
Yeah, Go said, okay, you took the first game. We're going to take the rest.
Wow.
What incredible gameplay there out of Go. Just so aggressive, so dominant.
Swish is crazy,
Amazing.
bro.
Amazing work,
That
really.
Swish
Yeah.
is actually crazy, bro.
I think the late lunch they managed to grab might have helped out.
Yeah. I mean, that's how things kind of crack through with like a tournament like this. You might end up in like a silver bracket, and then from there you're like, okay, well now we're in silver pools into silver bracket into
sir.
everything lining up. It can happen that way, and it can make it rough. But you have to make time to eat. Sometimes you want to wait for your friends, but
gotta
other
go talk
times you
Swish,
just
bro.
have to
You
like,
have to go.
sacrifice it. Yeah.
It's a land. You grab food when you get the chance. It's an aggressive scramble whenever you have the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, and you gotta make the sacrifice to do it, and value your health over
Yes.
everything else.
Something that sometimes players can forget. But as just shown, having a good lunch can help out.
So it looks like Go is going to be staying up on that stage here, going to be playing against Ace of Spades as we saw earlier.
That'll be an interesting one. 2-10s.
Oh,
2-10s.
tense.
A very rare matchup of 2-10s.
Wait, they have a 10 too.
Yeah, we saw Ace of Spades with their 10.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
It's a player that we
there's
both
Zane up
should
there?
remember the name of. You've got.
I'm like, I just say City of Shadow.
Oh, no, you're right. I had it flipped. You're so right. There was a 10th, but it was not who I was thinking.
Yes,
But if Go makes it there will be 2 10s.
true. This will be interesting because we have
will.
Len on the side of Ace of Spades.
And Blaster can be a real nightmare for any brawler.
Yes, absolutely, and that's the one Blaster that's not afraid to fight in close
This is
quarters.
crazy
It
work.
loves it.
It loves that range, and it can deal with the tent very, very well.
And also has an auto bomb if needed.
Yeah, and we might see some like shredder picks coming out from them, and they have that crab tank.
They do have that crab tank.
They might be able to use that to deal with it. I know we're talking about the tent a lot, but it's one of those things that's so interesting and changes up every comp.
If you're playing against a 10 player, your entire goal is how do we deal with the 10 player?
Yeah.
Because the 10 player enables the entire team. If you're playing with a 10, your comp is based around the 10.
Yeah, you have to strategize for it specifically.
Yeah.
It feels like everything else in the game, we kind of have a decent like baseline
You
knowledge.
can
while you're-
switch them in and out. You don't have to worry about making massive adjustments.
Yeah.
But with 10, the entire game is flipped. It is not the same as playing with anything else. And also, if you step in front of it, if too many of you step in front of it, you're all wiped anyway.
Yeah, it's extremely problematic to deal with, and because it's so uncommon, so many of these teams are not going to have like a canned answer.
Experience.
Yeah,
Well, especially because most of them are pickups. Yeah. It makes it really, really difficult to figure out the right answer for it.
and I mean, like going into the tournament as well. If you're a team like Ace of Spades, where you might think, all right, we're great, we're going to like make it all the way to the top, and you see that Moonlight is signed up as well. I would hope that you've been doing some kind
I'm
of
sure you
research.
must have been.
Yeah.
And it did seem like they were pretty good at dealing with the tent. It didn't seem like the tent was their big issue with Moonlight.
Yeah, I think it was definitely everything else as well.
Definitely seems like that could be the case.
But we have Max here too.
We do have Max here.
That's more AoE to some degree, shooting over a
Yes.
shield, and
You get the blaster and you get the slasher AoE mixing together at the same time. You also get that pencil AoE. Not AoE, but that pencil small chip damage.
yeah, the chip damage from the pencil, and also being able to paint over the shield as well. So,
Oh, and Thunder's burst bombs.
oh wait, we're like
This
making
is
the
chip
comps for
damage
them.
comp. This is chip damage to the comp.
I love those kinds of comps.
Yes.
Playing in them, I hate playing against them
Yeah,
so much.
miserable.
It's the worst thing, especially when they have like sub weapon spam of some sort.
Which, if you've got a splash, you can definitely do.
Oh yeah, or a junior, just like a ton of sub saber, like just spamming bombs. If you have like a Lily on your team,
Absolutely. Or a you, or a Rissa.
or are you too, right?
Not anymore, not
Oh,
since
okay.
Splatoon 2.
Okay.
I don't know what I play anymore.
2017 Nox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely did it for 5 years straight.
I just default to that year for Splatoon 2.
No,
That's what
absolutely.
happened in my head.
It's easy. But yeah, this should be a really interesting one, and it will determine who goes into that grand finals.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
And then, if Grand Finals goes really wild, we get a bracket reset.
Oh, that's true. And that's always one of those like interesting storylines that I look at these lands is like, how are these teams building their momentum and learning from their past experiences in the tournament?
And it's always so exciting to see them learn in the exact moment. With online tournaments, you don't often get to follow teams quite this closely.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the bracket here. I don't know if Go has actually gone against Ace of Spades yet, so this might be a first for both teams. On that note, though, because Ace of Spades has been able to sit down and have probably just been waiting to play their set, they're
either refreshed or they're cold.
Well, that too, but they probably just watched the games that we just saw.
Yeah, no, they know what Go's goals are.
But they know what goes on.
I will also point out it is cold in this venue. I hope they were keeping their hands actively warm.
Yeah, I hopefully doing some group hand holding, team bonding experiences. Yeah.
Some jumping jacks. Stay nice and warm.
Well, what kind of things when you're on a team? I know you've been on a few.
Yes.
What sort of things do you do with your team to bond with them, either both at land or off?
You know, I'm a big fan of just doing some Jackbox games together.
I like that. You get to really know like the nitty gritty of somebody when you play Jackbox.
Yeah, especially that one presentation game where you just let people rant. Shocking. The commentator likes the ranting game.
I love that one too. I also like the work one.
Yes. And it's so fun. It's just one of the teams I was on, Inkai, was full of artists, so whenever we would do Drawful, I was like, okay, yeah, you guys are really good at that. Like, a lot of them have gone on to do, like, tournament prizes quite often.
A2P, we used to love watching all these shows together. Sometimes we would make it like an incentive for each other, so we'd be like, okay, well, if we do well in this next tournament, like, can we watch this movie? So I would have to be like, fine, you know.
Nice little heart from Len there on the stage. A thing about Splatoon players is they genuinely are usually all friends. If you're on a team with people, you like playing with them.
Can we just talk about Max's name on here for a second? What's going on with the A?
How'd we get that A, Max? How'd we get that A?
He's so powerful, he changed the font for one letter.
You know, I think you can do stuff like that on Start GG, and most players just don't think it's worth the effort.
Yeah.
But if you take the time, you can.
And I love how Len's name is so long, it doesn't even, like, it barely fits in the box.
It's in the UI, but it's fighting for its life.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed by everything that I'm seeing.
On the note of artists, Drawing Dude Len is quite a great one.
Oh yeah, I love, let me plug Len's art for you while we have Len on the stage.
It's so important to plug artists whenever we can in Splatoon.
Are we doing more fake beef? Are they calling each other from the opposite sides of the stage?
They're calling each other from the opposite stage.
That would be really funny just because, I can't hear you from here, man. Oh, let me do some bad mouthing from the opposite side.
It's so important. How can you have any sort of team competition without a little bad mouthing?
Yeah.
There's no fun without some rivalry.
Yeah. I honestly, that would be really funny. Were you around back in the day for Shaq's letter?
Oh, yes.
Oh, the homework, yes.
Yes, it's important.
That was like a whole storyline of its own because everyone was just like making theories of what he was writing. And I was like, they had couches right in front of where the players were playing at that venue. And I was sitting at the couch right next to Saikai there. And Shaq is just like writing all this stuff. And he's like, give me a pen, give me a pen. And I like go up there and I give him a pen and we're like, what is going on here? And literally at the end, I promise you, it was not anything meaningful. It was just like random sentences, like just
look, it's all to get in their heads.
Yeah.
It's all about getting in the other team's head.
I think it worked, and it was one of those things where like the whole community got to talk about it and just post about it. I miss those days so much.
We've got somebody on FaceTime.
Who is that?
Who knows? I mean, they know. Maybe they'll tell us after.
Yeah, I miss like the Arashi Hammer era.
Yes.
Yeah. The Shaq's homework. Since we have Swisher to talk about, we have Div 2 Easy Clap that we can talk about.
Div 2 Easy Clap lives on.
Swisher, can you hear us?
I think they can hear us out there at least a little.
A little bit. I hope you give us some sort of similar pop off if it goes that way, you know?
It's always important to give the pop off.
He can't do
especially
that.
once we're this far
You
in.
get in trouble for it.
These teams have been fighting all day and a lot of yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, also those kinds of moments
Yeah,
get
don't do that
people
shit.
talking about an event because they'll just go viral on their own. So if you are having fun at Momocon, I encourage you to have the dumbest pop off ever, so
Absolutely.
that like people will see it and then want to watch it again.
It's so important to get to have silly, goofy moments. That's a lot of the joy of LAN, is getting to do things like wear a Mimikyu outfit on stage. I had somebody wearing a Magikarp hat around.
I saw that, I think, too.
You did.
We all dressed up yesterday too.
And we are going to be starting off
Oh,
on Mahi Mahi zones. Len might eat here.
yeah. Okay, I don't know if you saw what I just saw. Okay. Well, we have a wiper on this.
Okay. That's not nice.
It's not very nice. I'm really hoping that these two are close
Yeah, for real?
friends.
I'm really hoping so.
That's crazy.
I think they might be. I'm gonna hope that's
crazy.
the case.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Bro,
that
what?
storyline
Yeah.
for now.
Yes, until proven otherwise.
Who do you think
if
got
not,
it?
Len might
Huh?
be
Who do you
really
think got it?
incentivized to win right
Who do you think
here.
gonna win?
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Grant,
I
or
think
no,
that's what
not yet?
seeding says
Nah.
anyways.
I do believe so.
I just will go out with
Yeah.
a boom, but
Okay,
saying that
Switch.
though,
Okay, Switch.
Let's go,
You
Switch.
did miss the jump. Giving up on the jump now?
Why
We're
did
done with the
I-
jump
why did I
now?
say that?
Oh, okay, there we go.
second time's a charm. You do have that Zuka in her spawn now. Max, what?
Oh
That
my
said,
God.
I hit over your tent. Why would I
said
care
Max
about your
ass?
tent? Why would I
Huh?
care
You
about
said
your
Max
hammer at that
ass?
angle? I guess. I thought you were safe
Damn.
at that angle.
Doing things that Slosher, I forgot it could do. Like, it's so hard to deal with it unless you're at an angle like that.
Yeah.
But Max using everything
Bro,
to
who
their
made this
advantage.
that win his bat?
The Autobomb pushing Swish back towards Lexi.
Was that trade?
Len still
Yeah,
chasing him
that's my
down.
trade
Thunder
dumb
helping out, getting the tent to jump out, and forcing pretty much all of Go all the way back into their spawn.
Yeah, I mean, Hammer getting popped onto the right side there. Our wiper player is now moving up onto that side. He's going to try Lexi, but the accuracy in her shot is just amazing.
It is. And there's another down to Lexi. You don't see many pencils that can pull off stuff like that. And Swish instantly taken out the moment
Damn.
that Ace of Spades laid eyes on him.
Now Len getting into a similar position that Swish was in earlier. Thunder popping up onto their snipe with that crab tank is going to be able to hold them back for
That nigga
as long
Thunder?
as possible. But it looks like somebody was able to sneak through that white
I did not know
on
Thunder
that
was like
backside
that.
there
Thunder
and
is crazy.
neutralize the zone.
I know
But
he
once
was like that,
again, is trying to avoid any sort of catastrophic
That nigga humbled me.
situation at any cost here. And it looks like that paid off extremely well.
It definitely did. We are seeing Ace of Spades come back into it really quickly, though. No
Oh my
hesitation
God,
in their
bro. Swish
movement.
is the
But
fucking
maybe
goat.
that's a bit of a problem because we see two of them go down before they really have a chance to reestablish at all.
Yeah, Swish setting up camp with that tent on that right side there is going to be able to grab that cooler, try and get behind this crab tank coming out from Thunder there. They were able to reclaim the lead in that time period, and now it's just going to be Thunder left fighting for neutral and taking out Swish with the aid of Max.
Max does such a great job of jumping in when they see a player like Thunder or Lexi getting heavily pushed, able to go in and help clean and essentially play cleanup so incredibly well. Not that they always need it, but they will always help out.
Oh, that's JJ.
Len
Len is
is
bad.
the wiper player looking to move forward, gets shut down quickly, and Len themselves looking to find something to do here now that they have this juice in their system.
Yes, we do have a bubble ready, but looks
Yeah.
like somebody was just sneaking and shooting behind, waiting for them to
Trey.
drop and feeling safe. And, well, let me
Trey,
get rid of that sentiment. Nowhere is safe on this map.
No, this is a map where you are in constant danger all the time, and you can never relax. But those high
Thunder.
strikes likely will get close to flipping the zone, as it is the size of a postage stamp. It is barely a zone.
Oh, they running Swish.
I like
No,
the
that
way
boy's
you put that.
Swish.
Swift
Go.
being able to make a bit of a getaway
Oh,
and that crab
Thunder.
tank said, I
Boy
know
got
you're
blasted.
coming back. Let me give you a bomb.
Always coming back.
he's doing that
Thunder
threat where you
managing
can
to
cast the
dodge and
animation
weave
for the
enough to
fucking
stay alive
Damn.
as they have Max trying to help out with that slosher, looking to take out the wiper, able to. Two down on the side go as Ace of Spades looks to regain control of this game.
Let's go, Swish.
It's going to be switched there, and Max
Damn. I
taking him
should've
out at
said
the
shit.
last second.
Back.
We have some specials at the ready. We are good to start a push, but the question is, are they going to sit comfy around the zone, or are we going to try and pursue their base a little bit more? Maybe just trying to be careful and look for people like Lennis Fat, who are trying to run around that side and make
Like
plays
Lennis
as they
Fat.
have done earlier in the game as well.
Yeah, Thunder looking to try it and take out the hammer. They're not quite able to in time. It does survive it, but goes down to the torpedo. Just the pencil and slosher not going to be able to hold that zone. And Max not able to find the jump out. Just Lexi looking to stay alive and using that sprinkler to help them find the space to it.
Definitely a concerning moment for them. They're stuck with just Lexi and Len alive, which, you know, if you're getting painted at your feet, oh no, that crab cannot swim. That is a problem there for them. That is a special out the window with 20 seconds left, ticking down.
Yeah, you never want to have your special go like that.
They hold it,
looking to take over
they won.
Thunder fighting Trey.
No, not yet. Oh, retake.
Just the 10 left up. This is the opportunity for Ace of Spades. They need to keep this hold.
I think that was 3 down from Thunder alone.
Yes.
And now running after Switch is going to run towards. Has that crab tank once again. That cooler is ready as well. Just waiting for the opportune moment here. They don't want to pop it too early and get into a space where it's going to be uncomfortable. But now is the time. 25 seconds left.
Thunder!
Thunder's going to have to back up down. That's going to be Thunder running in.
That's crazy. No way!
That seals the deal. That is going to be the game for Ace of Spades.
Oh my god!
I can confidently say, Thunder's not your normal Smash player.
Dude.
Accuracy needed to do something like that is unreal because
that
Splash
retake
is
was
all
crazy.
still RNG.
Yeah, no RNG.
That retake was
and the
insane,
other
bro.
key thing there is Splash is not
That shit was
usually
crazy.
played aggressively is the word I will choose to use. It is not an aggro weapon. It is a laid-back weapon. It is usually your support. It is
Joe back here tweaking.
It is throwing its burst bumps. It is playing cleanup. It is your cleanup crew weapon. Usually, not with Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, it is one of those crazy skill ceiling weapons, right? Like, you could see a support player popping that Splash and then, you know, just using it to paint up the map and get all these crab tanks and spam things and do things for the other aggressive members of their
Which is still so useful. It's not a bad way of using it.
Exactly.
And Thunder is doing both.
That's the crazy part. I'm like, all right, you are capable of doing all these things and multitasking and able to get these picks and feel confident enough to not go down. And I think that's also a great testament to what Lexi is doing.
Yes.
Because keeping those coolers out at a steady pace, they always have them at a great time.
And the amount of painting Lexi's
How many
doing,
people
we
we got
cannot
watching?
undersell that. Lexi is keeping paint down to allow Thunder to not need to overthink painting, to allow Thunder to be able to take those aggressive plays, to allow Thunder to be able to just sit there and go, I have crab tank, I will pop it at this exact perfect moment to win us this game.
Yeah, excellently well done there, and you could see like the discipline that it took from Thunder to not just pop that crab tank right away as they were reaching overtime. Yeah, I absolutely would have, and that's like that's the difference between a player like me and a player like
I got the merch, bro. This shit is fire.
Yeah, these players are absolutely
they got the mascot.
incredible. It's so wonderful to have all of
This
them
shit clean.
and get to
This
see
shit
these
clean.
intense games.
Momocon 2025.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by what I'm seeing here, and I'm just
if I
excited
could please,
to watch things progress into grands as well,
Momocon
because I know
2025.
whoever out of these two is going there is going to put on a show.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of the teams left in this tournament could take the game, could take the entire tournament.
I'm putting this shit on stand up.
Which is an absolutely wild place to be in. It is not uncommon in Splatoon to kind of have a known winner a bit.
Yeah. And it looks like now we're getting back into the counter picks format. So Ray's kind of surveying these teams is now going to turn around and probably communicate what the chosen map is, I think.
Yes, Race has a headset on that allows that to happen. That's what that headset's for.
See, yeah, normally we have a toasty that's just running back and forth. I like the technology.
The technology speeds up the process potentially.
Yeah.
It sounds like the map has been selected, players are being assigned, and we are going to be getting into it again shortly.
I'm so excited. Like, it's not even good. I'm just actually so pumped.
I love these intense back and forth games
Something like that.
where you truly cannot guess what is going to happen.
I need to see Trey's run though first.
And I mean, like, again, like they've been able to do their research, so they kind of know
they
what
wanna
they're
beat
gonna
our
wanna
asses.
go into this with. They just watched go. So
Well, and the other team doesn't even need to be on stream for them to get to have watched at some point during the day.
Yes, sir.
yeah, that's that land experience.
Sure is. And
Let's go.
Screen peeking.
we sure do get that.
Let's go.
And Swish obviously sticking with that tent. JJ on the wiper there we go. As we get into it here, Len, of course, on that classic blaster as we are on ink blot tower control.
Yeah, not much to
Alright,
say
Swish.
about these
Let's
comps.
make some
Very
happy here.
typical from like what I would expect from both of these teams here. It's just a matter of how is this going to play out for them. And I'm interested to see that they pick this
my
when
God,
you
they
know
already
you're dealing
pushing.
with Len.
Yeah, it's a weird choice against a blaster and a slosher.
Speaking of which,
Len does get that bubble out. Nobody there to use it. But Lexi's going to clear this checkpoint. I assume going to try and jump out. There we go. A great checkpoint clear there from Lexi. Able to take advantage of the chaos Len created. It's still get out.
yeah, it looks like Len had a bit of a jump in there that didn't go so well.
They had
But
JJ
they are in a good position now where they're able to kind of make those actions and see if they'll get any sort of reward from those risky plays. Now we're kind of forced onto that back foot a little bit. 2 members down. It is going to be Alexi trying to deal with that tower.
Damn.
It is a bit of a hard angle.
Let's go, JJ.
Especially when JJ's running at your face.
Let's go,
It's
JJ.
always frightening when a wiper runs at you. It is such a fast weapon that can
I'm
play
gonna start
so
turning up in this crowd, bro. I don't
Such
give a
a
fuck.
skirmish weapon at that. Max looking to help push people out of that upper left side.
Yeah,
If you wanna-
the
if
switch
you wanna
set
announce
up
the stream,
very
you can.
comfortably in the
What's up?
back
If you
area
wanna
there.
announce
He's
the
going to
stream,
be
you
able to
can.
take
I
out
didn't
Max,
announce it.
who's still just sitting in their spawn, and Swish is not going to be moving anywhere
you can say
anytime
you
soon.
would be in
That
the crowd.
Zuka is crucial.
You can
He
say you
needs to
would
have
be in the
spawn
crowd.
armor.
It seems like they might, but able to find Max in spite of it. Len clearing the tower, having
they
to
push
try
it
and
hard
direct
as
JJ,
fuck.
not quite able to, but Lexi takes care of him. But this
Come on,
checkpoint
Swish.
looks like it's
Come
going
on,
to be clear
Swish.
to
Yes,
me.
sir. Swish.
Wow,
Yes,
Swish
sir.
staying alive for a very long period of time there. We're getting into knockout
Well, I can see
territory,
Swish.
but we're forced to kind of recuperate our losses.
Oh, okay,
Len is sitting
Trey.
on that tower quite comfortably once again, but Swish is like, hey, reminder, I'm still here.
Does get cleaned
And
up.
they ran up on
JJ
first.
has jumped in. That is the weapon
JJ.
you do not want to have jumped in, but luckily gets cleaned up quickly, only having the chance to take out one of them as Len's ready with this bubble, waiting to have the chance to take out
Damn,
Swish.
they said we about to take this set the fuck out.
You know that
Nigga
Swish
calling
is
us this
now on
way.
that bottom left side here. You could kind of see the action and the mindset happening there of calling in that
sir.
teammate, help me deal with this 10, and then we can move forward, because that is
Yes,
our
sir, yes,
biggest
sir.
obstacle in heading into their flag.
Come
And
on,
it
come on, come
always
on.
will be when there's a tent. Admittedly, the 52 gal does a similar thing, but not quite as
Oh no,
well.
Swish, you good, bro?
Yeah,
Oh, that boy got no defense. He might be
That
dead.
can be a huge barrier there. It's really
Oh,
just
Swish.
Swish
Oh,
and that
damn,
left
Swish.
alive. It's gonna
Okay.
be some of their best defensive weapons, but getting Swish out of the way means we get to run into their base. Max making great use of the space and that ledge there with that slosher.
Oh,
Thunder playing very up in their faces, as we know him to do, and hopping onto that tower.
Damn.
This is gonna be a great push for
They are
his
making
space.
them work
Could
for
be,
it,
but I
bro.
don't think they realized that Parks was behind that wall. And Parks does almost take out one of them. But no, Thunder's doing what Thunder does.
Damn.
And doing the wildest movement.
Come on, Trey.
Splash is one of the best movement weapons in the game. And Thunder is exceptionally good at showing that off.
Yeah, I have to agree. I love seeing the way that these players in the higher levels of the tournament move around these maps, and when you have
Oh,
something
Swish,
that, like
okay,
a burst bomb that
Swish.
can help you move
Bro,
around
Swish is cracked
tricky
as fuck.
situations, and having one of the best ways to paint your feet in the game, it's very, very helpful.
Look
But
at him,
Swish,
bro. The survivability.
on that tower, and okay.
Damn, Trey,
Does
okay.
manage to clean them up. 52 gal very
Okay,
fast.
hey.
Taking advantage of their splash wall. Lexi able to clean them up. Now going to try and get JJ and Parks, but it's just then not a lot they can do on their own. As Max is just trying to survive, it feels like they're very staggered right now on Ace of Spades.
Yeah, it's very problematic. You see Max kind of knowing that JJ is sitting there and trying to make those shots, but can't get too distracted. However, it pays off in their favor, able to make a team fight to clean things up. You see Alexi watching the backside here, Len getting into the great blast positioning here, and as you'd expect, Thunder and Max just running up, trying to catch, go while they still can.
JJ on the flank though.
Oh, behind
Len seems to be aware, but not
JJ.
able to do anything about it in time. Lexi manages to win.
Damn.
Len takes him out. All four of them. No, Max did go down, but three of them still up.
Okay,
40
Parks, what we
seconds
doing,
to go.
bro?
There's still plenty of time for them to work.
You better
with.
turn up.
You know where Parks is sitting right now. Len is going to have to back up to
Damn.
Trey
got his
but
dome
is
taken
able
off.
to do
What the
so.
fuck?
That bubble is at the ready. Is going to use it to protect tower for the next 30 seconds. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I think they're going to be able to shred through it right when they need it at that
Come on,
checkpoint.
Swish.
So I guess if Len just hits the splatling, that does help quite a bit. And then
Damn.
there's JJ. What else are you gonna do? Like, get
Oh
to
my
the-
God,
Yeah,
Lynn.
Absolutely. We do have another bubble at the ready. Probably going to be used on this upper left
Lynn said
side
y'all
here.
ain't
If I
shit.
had to
Oh my
guess,
God, they
we have a cooler. Tip gonna
They
try
better
and
do some
push
bullshit.
in with that Zuka.
They better do some actual. Oh my. Okay.
Activates.
Swish. Swish clutch. Swish. Oh no.
Bubble killed the 10 shield.
That's crazy. Damn.
Viper is standing on there, but hey, we have somebody on the tower now.
We do.
Yo,
Jump
the
up,
bubble
jump in,
killing the
coming a
10
bit
shield
late,
scared the
though.
Yes,
fuck out
it
of
does
me.
That's
happen.
crazy work.
Really good push there at the end, just not quite enough to counteract that push to 8.
Yeah, and I think if we saw that maybe like
Bro,
a
this is
minute or
insane.
two earlier,
Yeah,
we
I'm
would
not
have been
gonna lie.
dealing with a different
Yes.
situation for sure. a lot more momentum coming out from them at the end, but when it comes down to it in that overtime
It's
situation,
crazy.
second your opponent's toe hits that tower and you're not on there, it's done.
It is absolutely done. It is a brutal situation at the end of tower control, especially if teams have any sort of
What are these
GG
niggas
special,
doing, bro?
which is always a frightening moment. Anything like tri-strikes, anything like whale, anything that just really makes you have to move.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you see like Booyah Bomb getting used so much. Strikes also force that tower to evacuate. A bubble can kind of do it sometimes, but people make their way through it. So that's why you see so many of those weapons when relevant getting used on towers.
I gotta go.
And they're usually relevant in tower because you always want to have your quick answer for it, but we have the lead. I don't want to do
I
overtime.
gotta go.
I'm saying,
I
nobody
think it's
cared.
just with some comps, they're so focused on having things that are like the Zuka and the cooler. Sometimes it can be a bit of an afterthought having something to stop the tower when you need it.
Absolutely, and it sounds like we're going to be seeing our next counter pick right now, as we are going to Clambling's Museum de Alfonsino.
All right, okay.
Not an expected pick. Not upset about it, just wouldn't have expected it.
Yeah, I mean,
I love some Clamblets.
This one is like I talk about this particular map. It can be a bit of a skill test for a lot of teams.
Absolutely.
Because it's so huge and it's so hard to push. You have like two routes, one of them super long and one of them short but extremely risky. So you do see Swish kind of playing bodyguard on that risky route there right off the bat. Is holding that corner for himself, which is honestly a rare position from anyone. Does get that trade on Thunder, which could be huge. But with that being said, that is 3 down onto the side of Go. So this is no doubt going to be the start of a push for Ace of Spades.
Max manages to find a pick. We've got a bubble online. Lexi looking to potentially just get some paint down. Doesn't look like they're quite in a position to really push this yet. But those tri-strikes and the bubble could rapidly change that. Bubble out within range to throw the clam into basket. Able to get one in. I don't see a follow-up though.
Yeah, it looks like Thunder going to be aborting this push as much as possible. We do have Max kind of chilling out underneath,
Trey.
but does get found by Trey52. Is able to take out Max before it becomes a dangerous situation. And now we're dealing with the ultimate baby push, right? This could be the rest.
You never want to have a push like that. It's not. You really want to get a stronger push on opening because you just gave them a clam. You just made their push easier.
Yeah, Thunder got taken the fuck out.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they have that pity clam running up into their base, and it's so blue you can hardly tell that it's Ace of Spades, right? And now that is going to be an absolute lead switch going down.
Oh my god, they turning the fuck up.
That's no lead that can be easily
Trey better start.
cheesed.
Okay.
And we're seeing them slowly get taken out. Swish's tent not being allowed to set up like it was, but somebody snuck in. Somebody always sneaks in.
Yeah, when you have boxes like that, you've got to be looking at every single angle, making sure nobody's doing anything silly like that. Even when it's against better judgment, like a lot of players will do that anyways, just to extend that lead. And that can be a safety net sometimes when you get down to like these super close games with these teams that are very evenly matched. Like those little points matter.
Every single point matters in Clamblets. You never know how small the lead at the end of the day is going to be. JJ cleaning up that bubble. Swish looking to set up forward momentum. We're looking to see another push from Go right now.
I'm gonna hit the shots again, and then I'm gonna lock in for fucking Smash Top 8.
Oh, right, I forgot about
because you don't know when the next one is going to be.
In fact, I gotta watch Smash Top 64 over there. It's probably something crazy happening. I've not been keeping up with Smash.
And
I don't know what's going on over there.
Our opponents only got pushed down.
Yeah, probably. I'll go for a bit, but I am getting a little tired.
We can abuse that a little bit.
You absolutely can. But it's always, more points is always better. Splatoon's about your best performance, not your longest.
Well, unless it sounds, I guess.
But even then, it's still all about who did it best. Who had the one best push. As Trey is looking to use this whale to help break open the game for Go to maybe even find the KO here.
Yeah, is able to take out Lexi, which is best defensive pressure that they have. So Thunder going to have to use that crab tank a bit defensively, keep them away from their basket while Lexi is away and building up that rapport once again. Trey is going to be able to dodge these strikes as best as possible, but somebody sneaked in behind once again. It's just going to be Max dealing with his defense. Has 3 different people to do that. Has to pick one.
Let's go, JJ.
What a brutal situation to be in for Max. Just a few clams left to go as more and more keep trickling in. Hammer throw. that's how it goes sometimes.
Is that
Wow,
it?
just
No,
wedging
no.
your way
That's
in
fun?
and everyone
Yeah.
having power clams at the top of their price.
Holy.
That made it so easy for them. Like sometimes you'll have these clams modes where like you just have your guy who's
You have
just,
your
like,
one guy.
You have your one guy running it. Stop looking at me like that. Running around and just getting the clams for like the entire team and like, okay, you guys can run up and fight and I'll take care of this. Don't worry. But it felt like the way they approached that was so appropriate for Museum. Because,
Absolutely.
you
That's
know,
so crazy.
you can't just have somebody running back and forth there. There's not that type of spawnage.
No, not at all. And in Museum especially, you need to take full advantage of every push, and pushing just to 80 is never gonna cut it. It is more of a death sentence on Museum
I'm
Day
definitely going to
Alfonsino
watch
than
Smash
any
after
other
this.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
You
an
want Grants?
absolutely rough situation.
No, no,
Ace of
no.
Spades
Well,
needs
yeah,
to
I'll watch
figure out
Grants.
a different counter pick that's gonna work out a
Your
little
choice.
better for
I'm
him.
gonna talk
Yeah,
between
and you know we're
Yeah.
at game set point. You know,
BG Bootcamp.
if they make the wrong
Yep.
choice here, it could have a very
The end of their run.
Yeah.
I will say they are still going to get
Oh,
some
be
prize
back.
money. This will be third place.
Oh, true. That's right. That's right. But obviously, you know, you're gonna want to go.
You want that first place.
You want that.
You want
first
that
place.
$600 from first place.
At the very least, you want second place. They,
Yes.
they already played against Moonlight and they saw how that went. But obviously, you want to be able to prove yourself. You want to say, okay, no, that was the match that was
Yes.
supposed to happen in Grands the first time.
We're supposed to do that again and get bracket reset this time,
Yes.
which is always an exciting time.
Yes.
Never a guaranteed thing, but always an exciting time when it does manage to happen.
Yeah, they'll look and go, hey, the tournament's running on schedule. Well, how about a bracket reset to add another 45 minutes onto this?
You thought you could have a tournament that ended on time? That's not allowed.
Think again.
And teams do love to do that. They do sense when the tournament is going to end right on time, and then they'll bracket reset you.
Yeah, they just know.
They know. They don't know at all, but they somehow know.
Or some like other craziness will happen. You remember at low tide, we had like a 3-way tie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to like we called in the teams. We're like, come on, we're gonna do something crazy. You're like,
We have to do something wild here.
we just made up a new part of the tournament on the fly. to
Sometimes you need
decide,
to.
Yeah, and it was awesome. It was so much hype. We got both the commentators on board for it. It was
Nice.
so exciting.
Scorch Gorge Rainmaker as the counter pick we're seeing come out here.
Huh.
I don't know that I don't love it with the 10.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I don't know. Like they sat there and they saw Swish on Scorch, and they were like, we should try that.
We should try that, but not with Clamplets. Surely it'll be
Yeah?
so different
What's up?
with Rainmaker. With
an
the other,
objective.
I don't know
yeah,
anymore, bro.
with two different objectives that
Shit is
move
crazy.
independently.
And go through the same
Yep.
elbow.
Yeah. Very interesting choice. But they've got it 3 down, so maybe they're right.
You know, they know
Thunder
something
running,
don't,
bro.
clearly.
They always do.
Run it in.
As we're seeing Thunder getting some pain up for their team, helping Lexi move forward there. Seems like they're going to get the checkpoint. They do.
Yeah, Thunder.
And that's a really solid opening 30 seconds.
I love this.
Okay,
rubber
Switch,
usage coming
okay,
out from
Switch.
line right in front of that Rainmaker shield.
Why is he so good?
Switch is going to have to move back a little
Switch is
bit here.
good, bro.
Okay,
My
in front of
God,
that-
bro.
Hey, I
This
mean,
Switch
I
is
kind
nice
of
as
No,
hell.
those extra points, I fully agree with. Getting past that checkpoint
Switch is
is huge.
looking
Getting
crazy,
a couple
bro.
extra points past it in case they break it and never get another push, worth it.
And are they really going to expect the pencil of all people to just run
No.
forward and dive? Like they probably for at least somewhat thought that they were done pushing there.
Yeah, if they thought anyone was going to do that, it would have been Len. And Len wasn't there. Well, Len couldn't have done it.
Well,
now
Len's
Len's
doing
doing
it,
this.
yeah.
Damn.
Len just
Oh, yeah,
on a
spread out.
tear here, causing
Damn,
some
they
chaos,
jumped him.
helping Thunder find that pick,
Len getting impatient,
keeping
bro.
Trey on their toes as they're all just dancing around this area in mid, trying to find a place to settle.
Damn.
And that's the interesting thing
Damn.
about a trade like that as you go down at the end of a tear like that is that now you know where that last player is. You can communicate that to your team, and now you're seeing a lot of skirmishing happening in the middle of the map, just waiting for an opportunity for either of these teams to get something. And it looks like Thunder burnt right through that
Yeah.
shield.
It seems like maybe there was just a moment where the shield hadn't fully gone up and Thunder found it. Maybe a little bit of drop off there. Yeah, as we're seeing Thunder just doing a great job keeping some pain. Tri-strikes coming out should allow for some extra forward momentum here for Ace of Spades and keep the go slowed down.
Yeah, I mean, Swish went. Wow. Okay. Well, now the hammer's down. Now the
That's pretty
down.
big.
Swish
They
jumps
got
in
Trey.
Rainmaker. Yeah. Okay. It's just gonna be Swish
That's
sitting there.
Swish.
Do they know that he's there?
I don't
Where is he?
think so.
Oh, they clearly do not. And now
Lexi has it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
commentator's curse. Switch
That's
is
what we
going
like
to
to
be popping
see.
that Zuka right there and stopping Lexi as she was just making it out of the range of that 10 umbrella. So clutching
he
out
gave
that
him time.
situation for sure. And we're going back to a bit of a neutral situation in mid here. We're seeing only a couple players up from each side, maybe playing a little bit slow right now, trying to find their footing.
It definitely seems like both teams are feeling each other out again, being like, okay, we're here. What are we doing? What are we doing in Rainmaker? How are we feeling in Rainmaker? Which is the opposite of what usually happens in Rainmaker.
Oh no!
As Thunder
he
really
did it.
gets an insane double.
Yeah, I was about to be very shooketh. I thought Thunder was about to do so much work, but honestly, slowing down that Rainmaker is a lot of work on its own, forcing them into that corner there. You do have these specials even after that Rainmaker gets popped, but these strikes are going to go down. Will J? Oh my gosh, everyone's jumping into this one corner.
Oh, that's terrifying. One good bomb there.
Luca!
Find Lexi, but the Rainmaker.
Oh my God!
Gets
Swish!
grabbed. The
Swish!
KO on Scorch.
No!
Scorch is one of those maps that'll do that to you. Trade is barely making out into that corner and is going to try to stay alive. It's going to be a reverse wipe. Getting down to 24, not as far as you'd like it to be, but it is a very defendable push.
It's a map that you don't fully knock out on very often, but a push to 24 is not strong enough.
This nigga Swish
it's
actually
a
the
little
GOAT, bro.
worrisome here, but with a minute and 16 left, this is the crucial point where they need to make a decision on whether or not they're going to try and play this
no.
defensively. It's going to be risky.
Oh my God,
Talk
yo!
about defense.
Yeah. Wow.
They have all
just
specials.
incredible defense coming out there. Incredible team play. Hammer just above the Rainmaker, I guess. But you know, it seems to be working for him as we're now seeing Ace of Spades having to get back in so quickly. No time to slow down. No time to get specials. No time to hesitate. They need to be on their defensive game here.
Yeah, Parks just stalling out that timer as much as possible. It might not be long enough, but just keeping that clock going and while
Swish is just holding that corner,
is going to be good for them. It's going to force them to expend some of those resources, like those strikes, like that crab tank, just to get that Rainmaker down. We can
JJ! Oh my God!
Under on that crab tank.
And
20
Trey's
seconds left.
coming.
Oh no! The Thunder's got
No,
it.
Trey!
Yeah, well, we knew it. We knew it all along.
Yeah, Thunder knew it at least. Thunder looking
Thunder's
to
coming
find
in,
their
coming
path
in.
forward, totally dodging and darting around these Rainmaker shots, taking advantage of QSJ there to try to manage to get back.
Something's got to happen now. They dropped that Rainmaker off of that ledge. That's extremely inconvenient. We see this wiper coming in
like
off
this.
of that side angle. Trey is trying to play a little bit sneaky in that corner there. That yeet is not going to pay off.
We're going to see a
for them.
pop-off.
Thunder's popping that crab tank, but in my opinion, that might be a little early.
It is early. Thunder looking to move forward now. Max rushing forward. The Rainmaker's a little bit isolated, not what you want to see. Lexi slowly moving forward, having to take this so safe while that Rainmaker timer looms over their head, and the tent has a Zuka.
No, Swish!
How safe can you play it though with that timer? It might go a little bit faster, and you need to make moves while switching.
Oh no! Oh my God!
And
Trey!
be able to take them out.
Let's go, Trey!
It's just gonna be the Rainmaker left with Lexi. They have that bubble. They have the jump.
No.
Coming back in. Thunder is here first. Switcher is coming up in that corner.
There's so little time left. 18 ticks.
Swish!
They need to move
Yuzuka, bro!
forward now.
Yuzuka gotta end this!
Oh no!
Oh!
One more shot. It could come out here.
No, it's
Switch
over.
going down.
No, it's over. It's over! Let's go!
Lexi doing everything they could to
Let's
survive, but there
go.
was nowhere for them to move. Go's defense was too oppressive.
Swish is the fucking GOAT, bro. Swish is the actual GOAT, bro.
I think we might have some new potential top players coming
Bro,
up.
he's been doing this shit since
I knew a lot of these
S2.
folks
He's
had
been
it
doing
in
this
them, but
bullshit
these
They've never
since S2.
demonstrated it before.
Yeah, exactly. These are some like fresh names. Some of them. Okay, stop looking at me like that. Swish, of course, being a bit of an OG, and JJ building up that skill set for quite some time now.
Those
and I know
some pretty new names.
Yeah, Trey's a new name, but like one that's like.
They've been growing quick.
Yeah, they're one of those like prodigy type.
And I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of Parks before.
Me either, but they've been making some crazy.
They've been making waves here.
Yeah, like the objective has just been like
It's been completely taken care
That
of.
was a good ass set. I was not expecting that.
Such incredible support coming out of them, such incredible gameplay coming out of them, and they're going to be in our grand finals.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think they would have expected that coming into this.
I didn't either, and I doubt that's what's on the seating.
I would be shocked. But we knew that this would be a very competitive tournament in the top four, and that is what we have seen.
Yeah, I mind blown.
Yeah. But that's so exciting. It means we get new players that we can keep a close eye on, especially leading into the next big land that's coming up before too long.
You know what I find interesting about storyline
That's
about this too,
crazy.
is that Moonlight is usually the underdog at these
Yeah,
tournaments.
it's rare for Moonlight to come in as the number one.
Yeah, and now they have another underdog coming in.
We love an underdog storyline
I
though.
love the underdog
Also,
storyline.
That's just
Double
crazy.
10.
Double 10 in
Double
grands.
tens and grands.
This could
Unheard
only
of.
happen at a land.
It could only happen at a land, and that's part of the fun.
I love
And it's
that
so
shit. That
exciting
shit is so
to get
good.
to see this live.
That shit is so good.
I'm sure that we'll hear the audience plenty during this
That's so
next
good.
little bit. We've been hearing it
That's so
plenty
crazy.
already.
I hope so.
It's always so exciting to see what these players and teams get up to, and we're gonna get something out of this. I wonder how many 10 shields we'll see hit each other.
Hold on, let me go inside real quick.
I want to see some more bots. That's
What?
absolutely on the tower.
Bro, I'm hoping that Trey's team does it because they beat us, bro. That's the only thing. Bro, did you catch that? You caught that? Bro, that was insane.
Absolutely.
They really won with that bullshit.
Monkey Tower. It's not in the
Huh?
pool, but it would have been the
Well, Trey's team is in grand.
Is Umami here?
Damn.
That
boy Swisher is Jesus.
Swisher might be the fucking bro.
I've never heard of him. He's just here.
He's an OG from S2.
Is he?
Yeah. He was crazy on 10 S2. I remember him.
Undertow has its spots.
Mahi especially.
Mahi especially.
Yeah.
Not a
I low-key think he just don't play the game.
I think he just came back for this because he's not in.
But I can't imagine either.
That nigga never lost to me. Hold on, let me talk to him. Hold on.
It would be the most shocking thing I've seen in years.
I gotta like look this back. Is it?
Time to get ignorant. Oh, wait.
It doesn't seem. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Hey, Trey.
I think.
Good shit, Trey.
if
Good
the-
shit, Trey. Good shit, Trey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We gonna win this shit. We
Y'all
gonna
gonna
win
win
this,
this
bro.
shit.
We gonna win this.
I got that shit.
I'm Fleming's life.
How long that's gonna
Whoa, hold on. Don't put that. That's crazy, bro.
We used to
They hyped. They hyped, bro.
And it was very hyped. It was very hyped.
That shit is crazy.
I'm sure it killed the commentators.
Oh yeah. Oh, I love the energy of this video.
It's
Can I just
so
say
good.
that?
Oh my god, I gotta see Smash. I gotta see Smash, bro.
All in the same row. And it's all so intensely energetic. It's electric.
I love the Mario Kart community. I'm sure you know the lore. It's
Crazy.
a lot of Splatoon players come from Mario Kart.
Wow.
Back in the slot one days.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie, y'all beat us the fuck up, bro. I was not expecting that.
No, you know what? I coach the ones on the right. So like, I'm happy for them.
I'm happy for them too, bro. I'm happy for them
They're
too.
top two with Momocon, something that like.
Yeah.
I like low key is like. I did want to get top. Like my expectation for a tournament was like, I wanted to get top 3. I really want to get top 2, but top 2 would be like surprise. So I'm okay with the placement I got. I'll get it on better low key, but like at the end of the day, it's like.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is like, I'm not gonna lie. This is my first tournament.
Really?
Yeah, this is my first actual. Yeah, we got fifth. Yeah, I'm not like, I'm not a comp player. I don't play comp like at all. Yeah. Y'all played that shit so good. Oh my god, that was a hype ass set, bro. What the hell? Yeah. Man, bro. This shit made me want to play the game, bro. Let me not get it.
It's hype.
Let me not take the trap, bro.
It's hype on lands, but online.
Yeah, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. All right, bro. I'll catch you around. Are you gonna watch Smash?
Huh?
You gonna watch Smash tomorrow?
Probably not. 'Cause, like, I find Smash kind of boring right now.
Yeah, that's real.
Huh? No, they're talking about for tomorrow. And tomorrow might just walk around the venue. Just like,
I've been missing so much Smash, bro. I gotta catch up as soon as I get over there, bro. I'm gonna watch Grands first, though.
I can't, bro. So good, bro. That crap is crazy. How the fuck do you do that crap set?
I've heard of you. I'm not a comp player, but I remember hearing what your Crush Soda, right?
Yeah.
That team. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. It was cool playing against you, bro.
This is like this is the opportunity.
I don't know. Their comp is really like.
And that would be such a big opportunity. They got in second and third so many times.
I feel way less bad about losing to that shit now.
I never felt bad.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, Bella.
I feel so much less bad about losing to that shit now. Like I feel significantly less bad about losing to that shit, bro.
I'm not even mad at we lost.
I'm saying, bro.
I think so.
Bella.
No Bella. That works. She's a fun little character. She's very fun. I wonder if they're going to tattle on Moonlight with the weapons they play.
Maybe that's what we're tapping into right
my God.
now. I mean, we're kind of dealing with some level of mirroring here.
Definitely.
We haven't. I don't
Because there's
All right,
even
we
96
may
versus
just
52
be
or something.
like getting ready to watch actual back shots right now.
Very similar pencil versus heavy edit.
Onto Trey's team. So fair warning.
Basil, though. That's going to be different.
Basil's different.
Yeah, Basil is different. It's extremely accurate at a very long
Terrifying, yeah.
I love this.
Was an E-leader player for the longest time.
But yeah, then again, like go just.
Stream is back up. Yeah, stream is back up.
That's like
They're not quite as scary, but they're very scary.
extremely scary. So maybe
Honestly,
you're feeling
so cool to see the
maybe
camaraderie. Yeah.
Basil kind of knowing
Good shit for getting as far as I did. Yeah, I wanted to take it farther, but we could not beat Trey's team. But Trey's team is in Grands right now, like fighting Moonlight. So, am I really in a place to feel bad about it? Not really, bro.
kind of put a shift in that gameplay.
They obviously had a plan. That nigga Swisher, bro. Oh, they do it. Oh, hold on. I gotta look at him over there, bro.
We do love to see it. It's important to stay warm. This venue is chill. The AC is out.
They hyping up. They hyping up. I love this, bro. This is literally the best thing. This is the best thing, bro.
I saw a.
Hold on, let me grab my stuff and take it back.
Leadership competitions last
Yeah.
year.
No more front row for me.
Yeah.
It's important. It's good. Good to stay physically active.
Or yeah, just flex on your friends at the same
Yeah.
time.
Also that. You do got to flex on your friends a little bit. That's what this whole thing is.
Very, very true, actually. Now that you think of it.
There are $1,000 on the line here.
Speaking of flex, we see Shadow getting warmed up in that half.
No, I'm moving back. I'm just moving back here.
Yeah, that'll be too complicated. But
It's important because we have this gamer chairs.
Well, they better start.
Just rotated.
you could be so comfy in those gamer chairs.
All right, first game.
We're starting off on Mako Zones, where we always begin.
Yeah, where it always starts and ends. Most often.
The final destination.
This is insane. This is insane. All right, so Trey's team got to beat Moonlight in a fucking reset, bro. What the hell? What the hell?
That are pretty much mirrors of each other. Those are the same things.
I'm staring at the S-Class post first.
Yeah.
That one's interesting. We do have a free coming out from Marks. No one has tagged that
So-
zone just yet.
All right, so let me tell y'all what happened, right? So Trey's team some fucking how beat the super team. That shit was the craziest set. Bro, yeah. They just now beat the super team, so now they're in Grands fighting against the top team.
Finds the other wiper.
They're getting there for the entire tournament. Yeah. That last set, y'all should have been here for that last set. That me and Joe was at the front fucking tweaking, bro. Me and Joe was at the front tweaking on that last set, bro. Swish? He might be the fucking goat. The set nigga. Swish. Swish might be the fucking goat, bro.
Taking every inch of it. Okay, Omega. Okay, Omega and Shadow. We see you.
Bro, and the crazy part, that nigga don't even play the game.
Every ounce of space.
He
Omega
just
doesn't
came back
take
to
it out.
this
Shadow
and started
does run
popping
back.
niggas.
The tension
Shit was
goes
crazy.
back. Rolling under that ledge. He straight out Trey. Every Trey
So that
likes
bullshit that we had to
right
fight
now.
got them the fucking grand final. We can't say nothing no more. We can't say shit no more, bro. Yeah, they're fighting Moonlight right now for the championship.
Sneakiest narrow shot on him. See Swish on that bottom left is going to call in the troops though, and that ham to deal with them. And he was kind of jealous of them. Yeah, he's done.
I'm tweaking, bro.
That
shit was crazy. I'm telling you, it's Swish, bro. That nigga Swish was so much of a fucking problem for the dudes. It was crazy work, bro. Oh my god. I didn't even see what the fuck happened. Oh hell.
They want it so bad. They're probably pretty hungry. They were like, we don't know how much time and some more grants. Like,
We gotta wait till for dinner.
like let's get these 3 games in, make it quick. And, I mean, it can only go so fast when you have counter picks. We saw this one.
We did. Always exciting to get those fist bumps. Players get to see the results screens.
Trey's team got it. Trey's team got it.
It's always so thrilling.
They just gotta lock in for it, bro.
Shadow Omega face. Get ready for this next game.
I cannot believe.
We'll counterpick the victory.
I don't know how you can counterpick on a team where it's you.
I can't wait to run back to 5, bro. Me and Joe up here this weekend.
You think you're bad
Out of our fucking mind. I don't even have it on the charger, bro. I need to put this in on the charger. Oh, did someone text me? I didn't see if they did. Oh, no, that was probably the receipt. Oh, that was the receipt. But I need to put my joint back in the charger. Oh, I got the Momo shirts.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I just got the Momocon merch. Oh my god. I got the Momocon merch. I found it. I got it. That shit clean. That shit clean. It was somewhere in the artist alley video. That shit closed now, bro. But it's all good. We got tomorrow. Maybe they'll restock.
They're a little more, their comp is a little more flexible than you might
Oh my god, I'm thinking, bro.
JJ's willing to flex to so many things. We saw Switcher willing to go splash. There is a little more varied than yes. They are playing Bell Tower, and they did have a good time.
I suppose so. As Nolan's
Damn.
on that S class, I'm now starting to get used to it. I love seeing the 96, but I'll accept this.
I will accept this, and I can understand this against a 10 and down. Absolutely.
I can't believe they beat the super team, bro.
I mean, you have the space to play it, so why not? Nolan taking that team fight with the Omega on that left side there, basically not waiting at all to get onto the objective path of the map.
Yeah, players being picked off one at a time on the side and go as well. Players managed to stay up. Trey now changing that, but still getting.
Oh my god, they got wiped? Jesus Christ.
Coming out of light here.
Yeah, now we see Omega in the perfect position to be for a wiper. Now you have the attention of both Trey and Park sitting underneath here, popping that hammer, but how much does it matter when you let that tower get all the way down to 63 when you have them there to get great?
Uh-oh.
Nolan taking advantage of that beta AoE, clearing that out. Now, admittedly, JJ and Swish have stolen the tower.
A little bit, yeah, pulling it away from their spawn as much as possible.
Okay, Swish?
Damn.
You got a dome taken off.
Up on that left side there, looks like we're getting close to a Booyah bomb. We're going to play space very smart here, not trying to get too close to the base of JJ, sitting up on this fast before they can get the help of Omega coming back in. Seems like they're waiting on floor before they get much more going. Booyah out, hammer out, cooler out. They are ready to make this push.
No, this is grand. Yeah, they have like they played third and the super team got third. Yeah. So now guaranteed second is one of them. Here.
Yeah, I'm so impressed by what I am seeing. That is a very clean wipe of their spawn. They basically clear that slate for themselves. Swish does spot that wiper from Omega on that right side there, but it's going to continue pursuing this left-hand corner here. They know that's where they have to go to get the.
Bro, I went up there on the stage, bro. That nigga Trey said he beat a Moonlight on my life, bro. I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, oh hell, oh hell. On my life, bro. Oh no, nigga, I'm cooked. Oh my god.
In that objective back into mid.
Nigga, I'm fucking cooked, bro. I had a good run.
To get onto that tower, Esther Swish off. Not gonna quite work out.
I saw him there, and yeah, wait.
Bro, I told that one of the niggas on the super team. I told him that this is like low key my first tournament and that I'm not a competitive player. And that nigga was like, that shit's solid. Fifth is solid. That shit's solid. I take it, bro.
That's also a big exclusive. As much as Lexi is incredible, Lexi wouldn't go for that.
I don't think so. At least not on this one. But we saw her crazy range blaster last year. Yeah.
Damn.
That was absolutely in her wheelhouse then.
Okay,
so
JJ.
I'm not thinking she could put that out, but regardless, once again, back on the tower path is JJ.
Man, I gotta watch Smash, bro. I've been missing so much Smash.
Deal with it, but he's able to jump out.
I gotta beat the bracket, bro.
Once again,
I'm still so tight that I had to DQ. Oh my god, bro. I could have.
a lot more progress. They're not stuck scrambling.
That's what's just.
They definitely might be accepting
I don't know, bro.
that last minute push on this map. Omega finding that great pick. Moonlight looking to get another touch. Trey absolutely shoving, getting shoved back as Omega is right in the tower. Not a player who does listen to it, but it's fully capable.
Yeah, I kind of like the way that they've been nudging the tower forward a little bit, not putting that pressure on Basil to ride the tower and put him in a dangerous spot, but rather just keeping the tower in the areas of the map they would like to see it. It's not a very safe push at all, but again, when you're that
probably I had to catch up so much though. I had to. Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
And you get to take advantage of the fact that you have that Viper as your skirmisher. Oh, hey, Nolan, great shark into a great dragon. Now pestering two people. The Hammer Kid's taking out mostly just to deal with them. As JJ's dodging around trying to survive the first drop. Hammer gets caught.
Damn, JJ.
That's an incredible hammer throw as you hear the crowd go, oh, with the distance.
Okay.
Wow.
Kill Omega. Oh shit, that's.
Another one. I would love to
Nah,
see
you're
it,
dead.
But then again, Nolan's kind of shooting that AoE going back.
JJ
off,
was fucking
get
us
away
up,
from
bro.
Respawn.
Oh my
We
God.
hold That 50-point lead. It's 40 seconds left to go. Swish getting comfy on the tower. but
I'm
not
happy,
very
bro.
long As that blast
I'm happy they got far.
It's now just going to be Omega causing havoc in the corner there. Takes out Parks. Spots JJ on the side here.
Oh, JJ dead.
As well. He's going an absolute tear. Now sees Swish.
Oh no, they let Omega do the shit.
Omega really does just go, new target locked on. Moving on. Which is what you want your skirmisher to do. Omega is doing it absolutely beautifully. Causing chaos.
If y'all want.
Opening up the map for their team.
It was like the weird hammer AoE into torpedo roll combo.
But we have yeah, pretty much all of Go is down 1 second. That's like up to
Oh my God.
In the weirdest game of big blood tower I think I've ever seen.
MBDC. It's not a land without an Omega.
You have one death. Like, why are we smacking the table? Is that what's happening?
Start smacking the table. It gets you kicked out of the room.
And now they're popping off because they PC together.
No.
Solidarity. We do things as a team.
That's the wrong way to do them as a team.
Let me be honest, bro. These niggas was cooked from the beginning. These niggas was cooked from the beginning,
I
bro.
think we're ahead of the schedule too. So, no, we're not.
Well, not as far off as we could be.
Yeah, I mean we're about like one game away of things. So that's always as a commentator, as an enjoyer of
2 hours.
We always want to see that game guys.
yeah.
I gotta go back to the that's gonna take 16 hours.
Underdogs.
Oh, hell
Now
no.
I'm like,
Nigga gonna be in the car for 16 hours. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it, bro.
Maybe it's finally Moonlight's time.
leaving there to buy it. They'll catch the bouquet.
We deserve the bouquet catch, I think. Are going to get their next counter pick. I don't know where they're going to go. Because Inkbot was really their comfiest map.
Yeah, I mean, sport. Sport's right there.
It likes sport.
And I think it can work. I think it can.
I don't know, bro. Trey put winning against Moonlight on my life, bro. I might be fucking cooked, nigga. I might be fucking
Who's
cooked.
winning right now? Is it Moonlight?
Yeah, it's sweeping them.
No, it's gonna be a fast sweep, bro.
Yeah. I don't even know how you would like begin to try to fight these niggas.
Switches could flip in-game. Splatoon is a game where if you catch on to something, you catch on to it immediately and you can action it immediately. It seems That's true. That is the way. Ray's is going to do it instead. Thanks, Ray's. Thank you, Ray's.
I really, you know what? If we do it, I really hope it pops just like the camera and not blinking.
Absolutely. I mean, how else can it go?
I feel like we're gonna get the traditional blinking like though.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've been waiting for it.
They have. They have earned this. They have fought hard for so many years. They've grown so much as a team.
Yeah. And I know Chara as the coach is sitting at home. Well,
This time, that's my kids. Exactly my team. Also, a lot of former King.
All right, bro. Potential last match of the tournament.
I love that. I love that.
What do I mean potential? These niggas is not gonna win, brother. Reverse sweep on Moonlight. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Bro, on this map? Hell nah.
Like I would like to see
These niggas cooked. Oh.
Yeah.
air traffic controlling moves on stage. Pick up your controller.
You know, you gotta get some of the extra energy out. There's a lot of nerves. There's a lot of adrenaline. Even if it hasn't been that boost, I am sure they are still on the edge of their seats.
I call it my seat. I went to my
Oh, let's go! I was confident we would. I'm excited about it though.
I am too. I'm excited to hop on
something to it. There's something to this pick.
Yeah, you know what? I'll believe in the vision.
Believe in the
Now,
swap.
look, if we had like 4 months of playtime together, we would have cooked you niggas. I'm not gonna lie.
The bunker was like perfect tent side. Now
We would have cooked you niggas, bro.
Yeah. But both teams have a
Yeah, I literally got back on the game just to play this tournament, bro.
Yes.
I don't even practice this shit. These niggas practice this shit. I don't.
Where are the rest of our 10 bombs?
Yeah. Can you make up for lost time? Oh, that is too relevant.
It could work.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain. Will it rain for them?
All right, bro. Let's see how this goes.
Great question. I guess we'll see.
We will see. I think that that's relevant. I mean, it's the inkjet. If we're thinking back to the history of Splatoon, it is the inkjet map in my eyes.
In your eyes, yes.
Oh, shit.
I hate these grades though. So I mean, I guess there's a bunker and you can stand on that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. That was a very quick crab tank.
Well, that's not what you want to start off the game with.
Power in that whole
It's fine.
Okay. Well, all right.
Now, doesn't get to stay. JJ using inkjet in the classic spot for it to be used here, pressuring everyone away from tower. Now landing, but Swish is in there. Not going to be enough. Omega charging.
Okay.
By the way, I know it's a little late, but can we get some hype for both of these teams?
Let's go. Yeah.
Alright. We're like pushing up into this left side here. Nolan on that S-Blast. It's going to get around
Nigga, is
this
it cooked?
corner.
Nigga, am I cooked?
This is looking very dangerous, very
This
scary.
guy's determining if I get slimed the fuck out after I walk out of this fucking venue, bro.
Pushing this tower, using that shield to stay alive.
Oh, hell. Please don't let it be a knockout. Nigga, it ain't even been 2 minutes.
Staying alive with that.
Oh, now we good, we good?
Honestly, is there any jump in? So it looks like no one's decided to take that risk, which is a very smart guy. Well, is it decently, but not impossible on Manta at all. Once you get that momentum, as we just saw, yes.
Switch got up out of here. Damn.
The whale takes another person out as Trey is rushing for mid.
Come on, Trey. Come on, Trey. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bro, you fucking nigga. That nigga taunted him. Ain't no way, bro. This nigga Trey is a clown, bro. What is wrong with that nigga? What is wrong with him?
That could be a song. That was beautiful. and you know, it really is an art.
This nigga got on the main stage to do that shit, bro.
So you don't get punished. So we now have eyes on someone once again. We're playing that service role. Switch. The
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's gutsy.
It's definitely gutsy. As the inkjet comes out, getting rid of the crab tank, a very important thing to clear out. Shadow looking to get another right away though, and it's Flash. It'll be back in 3 seconds.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Swish is trying to set up camp once again. Pun intended.
All right, Trey, make some. Okay, never mind. He got slimed the fuck out. My goodness gracious.
Like, Moonlight is just chilling. They're painting up.
Oh.
They're not too worried about the fight. Unless
Okay,
they
Parks.
take it. But speaking of fight, they were two down for a moment there. Nolan is kind of watching this right side. It's really just Basil holding down that left upper area.
We have them coming out from the right side there, getting thrown over some walls at a very impressive angle. Trey able to find that S-Blast. Able to set up in bunker now. Oh, but choosing to move into street.
Okay, I
Let's see what Trey gonna do, bro.
We're looking for an angle. We're trying to get them to leave the cut. Okay, guys, the tower. There we go. Okay, you know what? Okay, well then maybe that's why we weren't hopping on it. We're like, we don't know what
Damn.
it is, and that's a little concerning. And speaking of which, we just have Swish left alive. We got us checkpoint though.
Swish. Oh no, that nigga dead, bro.
That's gonna be quite the challenge when you have 4 different people shooting at you from different angles. As they tend, even then.
Yeah, but there's no checkpoint.
Bro, this genuinely does not feel like a Splatoon 3 grants, bro. I'm seeing so many Splatoon 2 names, bro. That shit crazy.
They can make some magic happen.
But that nigga Swish, that nigga Nolan, bro. Oh my God.
Extremely driven. They want this more than probably anyone's wanted it in quite a while.
Yeah, JJ taking that fight willingly against Nolan into that bunker there. They're going to be running up ahead. They have that crab tank ready as well. Omega in a great spot to bring down some shots. They're getting up onto the bunker, moving into their spawn.
Oh no, Trey's dead. Bro, they're trying to knock it out. They're trying to send a message, bro.
Kind of moving our priorities elsewhere for a moment just to worry about that Brella who's now back on the tower.
Oh.
Checkpoint cleared.
Oh no. Oh no. Let's go, Moonlight. Congratulations.
I mean, hey,
Trey, you tried your best, bro. You the GOAT.
handshaking feels like it's almost like two casual.
Fucking GOAT.
It does.
Oh my god, how we let this shit happen.
Finally getting this fit. They fought for years. That's almost. He's got some tears in my eyes.
Yeah, honestly, you know, I'm feeling for them too. A team that introduced to the group hug is like that's a team that bonds together. Yeah.
Like the two players all get along very well. So I think it's still an incredible result in this tournament. It is not a small fight. It is 21 teams over here. That's over 80 players. I think there were 90 in total.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a great turnout for what we were feeling.
They did that shit. They did it.
Elbing everything so forward. That really just shows the testament like the devotion the community has to come out to these events.
Yes, the two players are so dedicated, so committed, and love this game so much. You can see artists give out trading cards all weekend. There's been a Splatoon stamp wrap.
Hell no. Hell no.
We've got so many of them. I'm sure we've got lens in here somewhere. I don't know which one it is, but I'm sure we've got a lens in here.
At shit like this, the game is flames, but like everywhere else, this game is fucking ass, bro. It's terrible.
This looks a lot like just bugs.
It does, you're right. But I do know that a lot of...
So what I'm getting at is that I'm just fucking cooked.
The amount of people that have just walked by watching the sets being played throughout the tournament, and I just got to chat with because they saw some people in finals. This kind of thing.
Well, I do know that at some point they're gonna have the Smash Top 8. The Smash Top 8. And I wanna watch the Smash Top 8. That shit's gonna be fucking crazy, bro. That shit was crazy last year. That shit's gonna be crazy this year. I've not been keeping up with the bracket, so I don't know who is where. I'm about to find out that shit in a couple of minutes. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna just try to do as much shit here as I can tomorrow. Like besides just the exhibit and the tournament. And yeah.
I get to talk to somebody at their first land, it's always like, yes, finally get to experience this. If you can't make it to a land, you should always try. If it's not gonna like impede your life in any way, it's so worth it.
I mean, you know that they have this way, right? I think everyone here would. It's more complicated. I think it was like trying to go to as hard as possible. Yeah.
Incredible. And this one's so fun. You get to experience a whole anime convention process.
Yeah, it's very exciting. I'm pumped. And you know what? I'm also excited for because Momocon last year had like the first time that I've ever seen like this really cool like statue boards. So I know we're gonna be moving over to Austin in just a minute, so we can announce that. I don't know how soon that's gonna be happening.
We'll find out.
I suppose so. You know, to keep gapping for a little bit.
Definitely can. It's been such a special event. So many great teams, so many players first lands.
Yeah.